I had two music business topics I wanted to get into, and then I wanted to talk more broader on what we're doing here for a little while. If you're cool with that. But first,
Yep.
African music streaming service Moon. When they do the M and then another letter, I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's MDUNDO. Forecast 35% growth in monthly active users for the upcoming fiscal year. I thought this was very interesting because um, I think we're all in our own little silos in the countries we're in. I think it'd be interesting to hear about this. Um, in guidance in guidance released last Thursday, the streaming service said that it expects to hit 35 million in monthly active listeners in the fiscal year of 2023 to 2024, beginning July 1st. This would mark an increase of 9 million users from the 26 million they had from the previous year. Um, so the country was started in Kenya in 2013. It's headquartered in Denmark, and they have users in 15 sub-Saharan African countries, including Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, and South Africa being its key markets. Those five countries have a population of 422 million people and offer substantial growth opportunities due to high internet penetration rates and robust economic developments. So on here, I've talked about previously how the biggest growing market for a lot of things over the next 10 years is going to be Africa, partially because of the internet penetration rates. That's what the figure is called. But how many of these areas have high speed internet in volume where like most people in America have access to internet if they want it or they can go get it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They don't even have internet providers in a lot of different African countries, but the markets that I listed earlier do. So with keeping that in mind, I think it's like it is the new frontier of music in that way, where it's like if you're betting on any what do they call it when you're in stocks and you like a blue chip stock or like a penny stock or whatever, like when it's
Yeah.
real cheap and then
Yeah.
those are the like in my head, those are the places where if I'm a business looking to grow in streaming, if I'm a label and if I'm a label looking for artists who have potential to grow in different markets like that, these are places to check. You know what I'm saying? 422 million people in those five markets is more than America. That's more than there's more. That's more people than there are in America, right? And so to think that they're only mainly in 15 sub-Saharan African countries, there's 54 countries in Africa, right? And if you're able to corner markets or have large markets in Nigeria and South Africa, like it's only a matter of time before the countries around it end up following. So I thought that was an interesting little tidbit that I read online the other day.
Yeah, I think with with time it'll keep growing for sure just because they didn't have that access before and now the internet just opens up so many things for so many people and I think that's going to also lead to like a lot of job creation and a lot of just economic growth over the next couple of years for Africa just because and I don't think they're going to be in that like that quote unquote third world country. I don't think it's going to be like that for much longer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think a lot of the issues surrounding Africa can be resolved potentially, and
Yeah.
their problem. Um, I was talking to one of my teammates or my coworkers the other day, and we were just talking about like what we were doing at work, and I remembered the whole reason I got into marketing because I feel like it was the lowest hanging fruit to attempt to help black businesses because I feel like one of the biggest things, at least here, was economic empowerment. It's like we don't have those things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
things are getting better in every area, but that is the root of a lot of issues. So those issues are not just for me American based, right? Like I just look at them as black issues, and those are the problems I'm interested in spending a lot of time on or solving. So when I see stuff like this, it always catches my eye because it just brings up so many ideas and sparks so many synapses in my head where it's like, what could this mean? You know?
Yeah.